Well, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where I hope you will be doing some stitching right along with me, or tidying, or, a UFO, whatever you're doing. Frito is here. She's bright and early. Good morning, baby. Sitting there being so good, waiting for her goldfish. There you go, sweet girl. You want your goldfish? Yeah, here. I'll drop those down there. You can get them. You got that? There you go. Thank you, Frito. So good to see you, baby girl. Yeah. Oh, and she's sweet. She's been following Keith around like crazy. Thank you all so much for your thoughts and your prayers and your well wishes, your emails, your messages, your Facebook posts. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. I feel like we have a huge family that supports us. So if you're brand new, my husband had his right knee replaced yesterday and everything went just great. Just great. We had a wonderful orthopedic surgeon, name's Phelps, over at Stone Oak Methodist in San Antonio. I highly recommend him. Great bedside manner. Keith is great. We came home yesterday. And he was in surgery about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. And then an hour in recovery and an hour in PT, and they sent him home. So he's great. Keith is wonderful. He might pop in the chat here. He wanted to come say hi, but he's in his boxers. And I said, no. He will pop in tomorrow and let you guys know how he's doing. He's up and around. And he's in a good mood. He's not in any pain at all. So he's a warrior. Yes, ma'am, Tina. He is. Yeah, home already. They just threw him out. They're like, man, I said, are you sure you can't keep him for a couple of days? How much does my insurance cover? I needed a break. But it was fine. It was fine. He told me, he said, go get me some Whataburger, which is a burger chain that originated here in Texas. And anyway, he wanted Whataburger. So I had to bring that. And when we piled him in the car to come home, that's the first thing he did. He's doing great. Yeah. So learning to get around with a walker, not the kind with the wheels, but the stable walker. And I wanted to tell you guys about a really, really neat app that I found. They sent him home with, a gazillion bottles of pills. And I can't tell you the number of times I'm with somebody and their watch is going off or their phone's going off with an alarm. And I'm like, are you going to get your phone? And they say, no, that's just my pill reminder. Don't worry about that. And they ignore it. And you never know. I never know if they took their pills or not. Not that it's any of my business. Did they remember that the reminder went off and they didn't take their pills? That kind of thing. So I looked for an app that was specific to taking medications and doctor visits and all of this. I want to tell you guys about it. This is a non-promotion, but I'm going to share my screen with you guys. It's called Medisafe, and it's an app for your phone, iPhone or Android. Let me share this. I pulled it up on my laptop so you guys could see it. And it's Medisafe, and I love this. You can scan your bottle and it'll put in your medication. So the name of it is Medisafe. Okay. And down here, this is what your screen looks like. Okay. So you've got, of course, it has the date, and then it tells you need to take a pill. If you have any kind of symptoms, you can put it down on a health tracker. Your doctor's appointments are all in one place, and then your next pill or whatever. But I was able to put his in, because he has to take these every 6 hours, every 8 hours, right? Because right after surgery, especially, you are in that zone where, especially with narcotics, and you've got to take them so often to maintain so you don't get into pain. And so it says, well, how many times a day are you going to take this? And I put the recurring as one of the choices. And then it says how often. So I put 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m., 12 a.m., right? For 4 times a day at 6 and 12, 6 and 12. So then the phone goes off. And when it comes up, and then he has a couple of different medications he has to take at the same time. So there's some at 6, some at 9, some at 12, some at 3, some at 6. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is a stitching channel. Yes, it is. So, but anyway, so like the 6 o'clock hour popped up. He needed to take an antibiotic and some hydrocodone, whatever. And they both popped up, and you tap on them, and you can either tell it skip or you can tell it take. So you just record that you did take it, because I can't tell you the number of times I have had to, you take pills and you're like, I'm going to be dedicated. I'm going to do this. I'm going to write it down. And you never remember. Well, now, because he's got his watch buzzes and it says, hey, time to take your pills. And then I set an hourly, that on his phone, on a reminder that says time to take a walk, because he's got to get up every hour and walk. Of course, not when he's sleeping. But anyway, that app is so neat. And then another thing it has on it is appointments. It has an appointments tab. And so all of your appointments, you put in every one of your appointments. And when you go to your appointment screen, it gives you a list of them in chronological order. And then, so you can see all of your appointments on one screen at one time versus scanning through a calendar where you're going, is that in June? Is that in July? I can't remember. Let me look. Right. It's all right there. Now it's a paid app. It's like $2.99 a month or $30 a year. So we just did the $30 a year because it's going to be really nice to just have all of those in one spot. So yeah. So anyway, when you get, if you are looking for an app, or maybe you or a spouse needs one, or if you're a caretaker, I love it. I absolutely love it. So Keith says, let's go say something. There he is, Mr. Keith, right there. He's fine. We did not stay overnight, and he is up and around. So yeah, it's great. Someone was a brilliant nerd to come up with that. Absolutely. I love it. But anyway, so yeah, and then Dr. Phelps, and we have a doctor down in Floresville, and we like him because he wears cowboy boots. He's really down to earth, really good. And he did Keith's hernia surgery. Well, sure enough, this guy comes walking in yesterday, and he's in cowboy boots and his scrubs. So that was pretty cool. So Keith made me take a picture of him with his phone. So thank you all again for your well wishes and your prayers and your thoughts, your emails, messages, all of that, texts. But yeah, it went pretty good. So, all right. Something else, Fabric Confetti. They are an embroidery company. Vanessa Fromm owns this. She is out in Tempe, Arizona. And she's got a sale going on. I wanted to share it with you guys. I've got a link right below in the description box. Let me jump over to her site. 20% off, you guys, Christmas in July. So let me share that with y'all so you can see. There it is right there. This is great. So she's got all these designs. They're working on some new designs. They just put out some new greeting cards. Vanessa's the one I had on a couple of 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months. And we did the little class on how to do letters vertically, how to align them so you can make these banners. So I need to link to that underneath her thing, but very, very cool. Lots and lots of stuff. Oh, this one right here, the wonky houses. Okay, that's pretty cool. I've got that wonky houses here. It's on my quilt rack. I need to get it finished. So I've got something very, very neat I'm going to be doing to finish that. And I need to get the design files. They're from Designs by Juju, and it's not an end-to-end quilting. It's another kind of quilting, but I'm really excited to try it and show you guys how to use it. So it's pretty neat. I'm very excited. They're going to be released, I think, in the middle of next month. Those of you that were on the cruise with us, got to see them in person. So this is going to be great. All right. Yeah, Keith is doing just fine, y'all. And Frito's been following him around all over the house. So, well, today, what else did I want to talk? Oh, I got a nice card from Carol, and it is a sweet thank you. And she made this card. Isn't that pretty? Very nice. Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate it. And your message was very thoughtful. So I have the best viewers in all of YouTube land. Thank you. Very nice. All right. Today I'm just going to go ahead and sew another block for the Lori Holt How to Build a Scarecrow. If you're just joining us, there are applique blocks in this quilt that use Lori Holt's simple shapes, and I'm using my Snap-lique method to be able to put them together. So for instance, I scanned in the plastic shapes into the scan and cut and created the shape. And check out those nails, you guys. That was built in Brilliance Stitch Artist. Didn't those turn out cool? I really, really like how those turned out. And that was so neat. But look at the applique. I'm trying to get the lighting on this just right. But I want to show you how good the applique is on this stitching. See that? That's perfect, y'all. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So that is Snap-lique, to be able to take a paper pattern or a plastic shape from Lori Holt and scan it into the scan and cut and create an embroidery design from that. So that's how I do her. That's how I do her quilts. You guys, my shirt is very, very old. It's one of my original sewing shirts. It says Life is Good. This thing must be 10, 12 years old. It's no longer in print. I don't know where to get it. I'm sorry. So, let's see. When's the last time I talked to y'all? Monday. So I finished block number 3. So I'm real happy. This turned out real good. Very, very happy with that. There are 22 of these blocks in the quilt, and I'm fixing to start number 4. So, you know, how do you eat that elephant? One bite at a time, right? So, yeah, so today I'm going to do block number 4, which has more of the orange and brown and some more aqua in it and a little bit of lilac. So, yes, thank you for noticing my points. I'm very fussy about my points. Very fussy about that. Oh, you guys, I bought my granddaughter an embroidery machine. Darren Mulqueen from Mulqueen's in Tempe, Mulqueen's Sewing, let me know of a heck of a deal on the Brother NQ3550W. So it's wireless. Uh-oh, here he comes. He's got his walker. He's slow moving. He'll be here in 5 minutes. And he put his shorts on. He was in his boxers. Let me turn around so you can say hi.
Yeah, but I'm not rocking over there. There's no room.
There's no room. There he is.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for all the prayers, and thank you for keeping up with me. I'll be on the road in another 3 months.
Did you leave your phone in there? I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to bother me. I've got to go close the door, you guys. I'll be right back.
Have the dog do it.
The dog can't do it. You going to go outside with Daddy, Frito?
I'm late.
Go keep an eye on him. There we go. So anyway, the Brother NQ3550W, it is exactly like my Gypsy machine, which is the 6x10. It's wireless, and it has a but mine has Disney. The one I sent her does not. So I had been talking to him about wanting to get my granddaughter an embroidery machine. This one is not, and it's a combo. So it's sewing and embroidery. I'm very excited. She's going to get it this week. And anyway, I can't wait. I'm going to be up there in July. She lives in Colorado Springs. So it's going to be a lot of fun to introduce her to the world of machine embroidery. And yeah, I know he needs a bag. It's on the way. I got to tell you guys. So Carol says he needs a bag to carry things on that. So I checked all over By Annie. I can't believe By Annie does not have a walker bag thing. If there is one, you guys let me know. But I couldn't find one. I looked all over her site on my phone and the computer. I couldn't find it. And, I Googled it, By Annie tote bag for walker. And yes, Kaylee Frito is hurting Keith. Off he goes. She goes. So I found one on Amazon, and it was like regularly $35 and it was $17. And I thought, by the time I get the pattern and take the time to sew it, and I need Velcro and everything, he won't be using it anymore. You know what I mean? He'll be off the walker by the time that thing's done. I should have thought about it, but I didn't. They do have a walker bag. Well, I can't find it. You guys email me a link or leave a comment below and tell me where it's at. But we got, I got the same. It was $17 on Amazon. It's gray. It has a little water bottle pouch, which he's always got those little water bottles. He puts stuff in them. So, but my granddaughter is just entering the world of sewing. She's actually very interested in it. And she told her dad, my son, she says, I'm going to need a room like Grammy's to have my sewing machine. He says, you can use your room for now. Oh my gosh. So that's really neat. But yeah, I'll be up there next month, and I can't wait to introduce her to the world of machine embroidery. So I'm glad I already know how to use the buttons and everything, because it's identical on the screens and whatnot. So to the NQ3700D, it just doesn't have Disney, but it's the same. Other than that, it's identical machine. Okay. And so it begins. That's right. But that's fun because, now I know, like, come Christmas or birthdays, send her some thread, send her some stabilizer, right? The piece by piece boxes, the subscription that I get from Me Time or a Bella box, I can send them to her or take them up. I'm just so excited about it. Isn't it great when a grandchild loves what you do? I see pictures of you guys on Facebook with your grands, showing them how to long arm and all of that. It's very exciting, very exciting. So, Sweet Pea has them in the hoop bag, walker bag pattern. I'm going to look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look at that, because it'd be fun to have it with custom fabric, right? So, that's interesting, Pamela. Whoop, hold on. Look at that. 2 placemats from Walmart, and then wander over to the craft section for the Velcro, right? Very, very neat. So, all righty. Because I know for years when I first started my embroidery journey, that was my list for Christmas. I'd have a list of the right snips, the stabilizers, the thread, a new hoop. Maybe I wanted a magnetic hoop, something like that, right? So very, very cool to, now I know what to get her for Christmas for sure. Okay, let's get to sewing, shall we? Been yakking here already for 20 minutes. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to get to go. And this is block number 4. I'm going to sit here and watch you guys too, and make sure that I need my glasses. They're right here so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Well, I know when they get married. Yeah, I understand. They get married and have babies, they'll be back to it. You are right, Diane. Yeah, they get to it, but because I asked my son, I said, is it okay if I buy this for her? Because it's an expensive gift, right? But he and his wife, my daughter-in-law, they talked about it, and they said, because it's going to create a life skill, absolutely, that would be fine. But why not? But every time I go up there, I bought a sewing machine, just a little cheap brother one from Walmart for my daughter-in-law, and she doesn't sew. And so every time I go up there, I haul it out and we make whatever. And so she's been exposed to me sewing all the time, every time I roll in there. So, alrighty. What is the machine I'm sewing on today? Billy Lou, this is the Brother PQ 1500. It is a piecing machine. And I really like this. I have two of them. I have one here and I have one at the coast. It's got a very large harp and then, your throat space and the quilting table that goes with it. And it is designed specifically for piecing. It is a straight stitch only machine and it does 1,500 stitches a minute, which is great when you're doing a jelly roll race. They don't make these anymore. They've got Mo Queens in Tempe has a great deal on them and he can sell them out of state. So if you're interested, you can get a heck of a deal on this machine. He's got some in stock. The new one is the 1600. It has a blue cover over here instead of white. Other than that, I can't tell the difference. I checked the specs between them both. And then there is another one. It's not a brother, it's a Juki. And I'm trying to remember. I'll see if I can pull it up on his website and show you guys. It has a knob over here on this side behind the bobbin winder that is designed for additional pressure if you're going to be stitching straps on bags, thick stuff. No, it's the TL. Let me find it. Let me go to Mo Queens and take a look here. I'll let you guys watch me surf the web. MoQueens.com. Oh, it's Mo Queen, I think, or Mo Queen Sewing. There. Let me pull this up. Let me go to his website. Okay. So this is a great little machine too. If you guys are in the market for straight stitch machines, yes, the Baby Lock accomplishes like that too. Yeah. Same machine. Yep. That's right. The TL18. Yes, that is it. You are correct. Uh-huh. That's right, Gloria. Okay. So let's go to shop. It's moqueen.com. And let's go to, where's his machines? Let's see, all kits, all machines, and then Brother Handy Juki. Okay. He doesn't have this one of mine online. Not embroidery. Juki sewing machines. There. What'd he do with it? He told me. What did you guys call it? The TQ? That's not it there. It's not showing online. I saw it the other day. Don't know what he did with it. I'm going to have a conversation with him and tell him, hey, what did you guys call it? Let's see. It's TL18. Okay, let me look. TL, is there a dash? I don't know, 18. I don't know if it'll come. Yeah, so here it is right here. There's QVP, high speed straight stitch sewing machine. That's it. That's that one. Let's see. The TL15. Yeah. So this is it right here. I'm pretty sure. And it has a knob back here on the back. Let me close that. I think that's it. That's not a bad price, you guys, for a really good straight stitch machine. So if you are a Brother purist, they've got Brother machines, really good deals on them. And if you call them, because you can't find it online or whatever, give them a call. Tell them I sent you, because they take pretty good care of my folks. That TL 2010, that's pretty much the brother or the Juki equivalent of this one, pretty much. Look at that. How about that? Had to fix the seam on your boat cover, and it went through all 4 layers of canvas with no problems. Just hummed right through it. Yeah. So that one, that's the one, the TL18 QVP. It's a great straight stitch machine. He says they'll sell 10 of those to every one of the brothers. The only people who buy the brothers are the brother, pure, like me. I like brother machines. So doesn't matter. But I don't sew bags. See, that's the thing. So it's no loss to me. I have no desire to sew a bag. Awesome. Okay. Yes, the brother feet are, you guys, I wonder if they're not made in the same factory, or at least they share the same engineering plans, because they are so identical. It's crazy. So identical. Now, this one has this presser. This right here creates more pressure on the presser foot as well. And it's got a pin that will come up. You can turn this dial and have the pin come up, and it'll hold stuff still. So, yep. Okay. You never know what we're going to talk about in here, you guys. All right. So let's see. We've got to do, all right, the blue half square triangle. So we're going to make all these. I'm just going to put away 4 of the, no, I'm not. I got to make all of these half square triangles. And the way they're doing, the way Lori does it, you guys, if you're making this particular quilt, you've got to watch her video on how she does this and do it her way. Otherwise, if you cut the fabric the way the sewing guide says, they won't fit if you don't make them her way. Oh, a lot of y'all got the presser bar and clapper. I saw that. That's wonderful. You're going to love those. Whoops. This all needs to be straight. You guys, a lot of you will, I see comments and chat and whatnot, and people email me that I can get stuff a lot cheaper on Temu. I don't buy Temu. I won't. If you want to, that's great. I'm not a fan of the company. So that's just a personal preference for me, but I totally understand budget. I get it. So they're just known for ripping off designs and patterns and that kind of thing. So if you get like a set of Kimberbell's orange pop rulers from Kimberbell, you're going to pay probably 4 times as much as you would for a dupe from Temu. And I just don't like supporting companies that swipe patterns and designs, intellectual property theft. That's what they're known for. So I get it. I'm not going to go into the politics of it all, you guys, but that's just my personal preference. I just do not care for that. I need to save. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. But no, I don't need to. These all need to be stitched like this. All 8 of these. So you want to get your edges straight together and stitch them together. This machine is just a real workhorse. I just love it. I've had it forever. Yeah. It's really funny too. Now on Google, when you search something, Temu's the first thing that comes up on just about everything. So also they have a reputation, I have read for very, very slow shipping and or not sending, the person not receiving their product at all. So, all right. All right, they're back in. He's back inside. Yeah, it's hot out there. Y'all, it's like a sauna already in South Texas. It's already probably nearing 80 degrees, and the humidity is probably 85 or 90%. It's terrible. Hot and humid. What do I think about stretching fabric before sewing? I do not. I do not. There's a Kimberbell Day coming up too. I think it's this week, you guys. You need to go to their site and check into that. They're going to have lots of sales and probably some good. It's today. Is it Kimberbell Day today? Yeah. Yeah, they get it to pop up for. Does Frito have a leash on Keith? That wouldn't surprise me. She follows him around. She's a herding dog. You know, that's what she does. That's her deal. We attempted to get her to help me herd the chickens in at night, but that was a fail. So we don't do that anymore. Yeah. Oh, Kansas is hot and humid. One of the ladies who won one of the prizes the thing on Friday, she's from Clay Center. That was cool. That's where my mother-in-law was from, Esther. She was from Clay Center up there in Kansas. Kimberbell. Oh, it's July 27th. Okay. July 27th. Thank you, guys. Kimberbell Day. Yeah, you guys sign up for that and get in there and watch the sales and see all the little projects and stuff. I think that'll be fun. And check that out. Always something to do, right? Always something to do. But so there is a new brother machine coming out. Very excited about that, you guys. And I was talking to Darren Mulqueen, and he wants me to come out to Arizona later this year when it's released and do a live stream for you guys to go through all of its bells and whistles. It'll be an unboxing, you know, a nice debut of the machine. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. That'll be really fun. So I'm real excited about that new machine. I might even trade in my Luminaire. I don't know. We'll have to see. So for those of you that there's going to be a flood of Luminaires coming on the market, I imagine, when the new machine is released. There will be people who want to get that new one, and they'll be trading in their machines. So just kind of keep an eye out for that if you've wanted one. I recommend if you want a Luminaire that you go and find a local brother dealer, okay? Because they will have them coming in for trades, and just let your local dealer know that you want one, all right? Yeah, but brothers teasers are intriguing, aren't they? Yeah, they're fun. But I know a little bit about the machine. I'm excited for it, you guys. But definitely, that's going to be a deal. That's going to be a really good way for you to put your, see, ET has already put some money. Whoops, wrong one. Sorry about that. So she was the first one to put money down on the new one. So yeah, there will be Luminaires, I imagine, coming on the market. It's not a replacement. They're going to keep the Stellaire. So any rumors about the Stellaire going away is not true. The Stellaire is going to stay on the market. So I've heard. But the new machine is going to be really exciting. Yeah, she's trading in her Luminaire. Yeah, there are people, E.T. Gillen and I are like that, where there's a new machine. Ah. Okay, so now I need to make 4 patches out of these sewn together. Yeah, you guys, if you if you want to do that Kimberbell Day, go ahead and register. Do that. That'll be fun. And now, again, I don't like to press my seams open because I can't nest well with seams that are pressed open. So my preference for nesting is with closed seams, and then I pin. in one side of the seam allowance and out the other. I just, I get so frustrated. There'll be a stitch off. But when you are using that presser bar and clapper the way I do, I get nice flat seams anyway. Just to check. I want it right the first time, you know. Yeah, just like that. That's what I'm looking for. I don't like a gap. I don't like a seam that doesn't nest. Oh, that makes me crazy. I'll pick it apart. It makes me nuts. Thank you, Kay. That's very generous of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I could buy more fabric. Yay. You guys are thoughtful. Yeah. You heard Bernina. Uh-oh. Bernina's patent for a stitch. Bernina, that new 990, that thing's supposed to be humdinger, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, the Still Air works fine. It you know, you have to use your phone to take a picture. It's got those marks in the hoop. It works fine, you guys. That's a great little machine. There's two. So that's why I love chickens for the nesting. I got a single egg the other day. I was laughing. My hens have not laid. I don't know if it's just too hot or if they're in trauma from the dog chasing them around or what. We just have not. I've had to resort to going back and buying eggs at the grocery store. That was disappointing. Oh my. There's three. So you've had your Luminaire for almost 6 years. Me too. Yeah, I got it right when it came out. So I think you're really going to like the new one. Don't even know what the features are. I told Darren, I said, hey, bring me out a day or so early so I can play with it. So when I'm doing the unboxing, I'm not sitting there going, what's this button do? Let's see what this does. I don't play with the sewing features a whole lot. Even on my Luminaire, the Move It foot is still in the original packaging. All right, let's see. Oh, that looks good. Y'all look good. Do I think it'll be cheaper than the new Bernina? Stacy, I don't know. Bernina's, I understand Bernina's going to have that camera, right? Good. All four of them. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, if you got a Solaris and it's working great, that's fine. Mine needs a little bit different, you guys. I got to show y'all cool stuff, right? Got to show y'all the cool stuff. What do you mean? It'd be cool if brother came out with a stitch regulator. I don't understand. Yeah, Keith came back in, Patty. He did. Yeah, Bernina always has been expensive. And you know what? It's amazing. You know, you think they're outrageous, and I mean, there's a market for them, right? There's a market. It's crazy. You know, if you can swing it, that's great. That's why they make them. There's a market for them. Oh, Bernina. Yeah, that new Bernina, it looks like it has an iPad on the outside of it. It's crazy. That thing's huge. It's a nice looking machine. Long arms have stitch regulators. Some do, some don't. It depends on the software. And then, yeah. So, okay. Keith says, yes, he's back in bed. He came back in. Oh my goodness. Midge, you still using that 40-year-old Vernia straight stitch? That works. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I love machines that are made to last. They really do a pretty good job of them. I've never sewn on a Bernina. Never have. We don't know if we're going to have a PT, a therapist come into the house, or if I have to take him somewhere. We haven't figured all that out yet. So, okay, so here's how we make the half square triangles on these. I think I did this right. So now I'm going to take another of the background fabric and I'm going to line it up on the color. And you're lining up the edges exactly. Okay. And then I'm going to sew it. I prefer to mark the line. We'll see how we do on this. I didn't mark them. We'll give it a whiz and see. For those of you that are new, my husband is a stitcher too. He paper pieces. He makes those legit kits. And he's working on Sculliver right now. But he's made Sculliver's his third legit kit he's been doing. I wouldn't be eyeballing this if I didn't have the diagonal seam tape on here. Okay. I did not get Cindy's quilt finished. There was so much to do before the hospital yesterday. So I'm still working on that. I hope to get that out and done today. Let's see here. I think the Merry Christmas quilt kits are going to ship from Amy Bradley Designs. Oh, I meant to tell y'all. A lot of you are wanting to do that Quilt Diva with Snap-lique. Be careful. That thing has a lot of underlapping and overlapping pattern pieces, and it's very difficult. I'm not sure. I guess I could do it. It's going to take a lot of working on figuring out where to move the tie-in and tie-outs on that. Like her nose overlaps the side of her glasses and underlaps the other side of her glasses because she's turned kind of to the side. So that is going to be kind of hard to do. So if you're new at Snap-lique, don't go doing that. Do I have tips for scanning my simple shapes? Yeah. Well, I gave a lot of tips. Look at the ghost video. I gave a lot of tips during the whole, 15 video series for Happy Halloween. But a scanning mat is probably the best thing you can have, because if it's a cutting mat, you're going to see all the noise from the scratches and gouges that are in the mat already. So I recommend a scanning mat. And if for some reason you can't get a clean scan out of it, then trace it around a piece of paper. No, I wouldn't even attempt. I want to do it. And if I do it, I have the fabric for it. I have the pattern. I've had the pattern for years and years. I actually bought it at a quilt store that has since closed out in Las Vegas years ago, probably 10. There's a lot to that. Lori Holt, I can't remember the name of that quilt she did. I have I have a video showing how to do an underlap and overlap of a piece. And it's that technique you'd have to do to be able to do most of that. Oh, you bought the sailboat pattern. Awesome. I'm going to snap-lique the heck out of that. Way to go, Killian. That's awesome. Okay. Last one. Let's see. I didn't even look, you guys. I just went and did it. Let's see here. Does it reach? It does. I'm going to have a narrow seam there. I can work with that. That's okay. Yeah. See, well, that's, yeah, I'll have a narrow seam on that one. And then on this one, yeah. I'm better coming out of the stitch than I am going into it for sure. That's okay. That'll work. Yep, that'll work. Vicky, definitely a multitasker. Bev, there is a link below in the description box that says around my sewing room, excuse me, and the link to the presser bar and clapper are there. They are made by a wonderful gentleman. He goes by the shop name of Gray Rooster. He's up in Fort Worth. So I want to reach out to him this week because I'm going to be at Applique Getaway at the DFW Weston this coming week. Oh, that one turned out really good. Look at that one. That one turned out great. I hope he can wander over there. I'd love to meet him and say hi because he doesn't go to the Houston Quilt Festival anymore. Could I ask DBJJ if they could create sewing notion and embellishments to add to their new alphabet lettering? Oh, you know, she keeps up, I think, with our Facebook group, but I will, sure. You know, I even asked her for a inspirational quilt for someone, you know, with cancer. That would be nice to have blocks that have inspirational words and thoughts and prayers, that kind of thing. They're sold out. Oh, Terry, sorry. You got to be quick around this bunch. Yeah, they probably sold out last week. He'll have more. He'll have more. Yeah, his are the best. Absolute best, you guys. You are more than welcome, Killian. The turn of fabric method, turn of cloth is the term in the garment sewing industry, and pinning nested seams have helped you immensely in your quilt piecing quality. You're welcome. That is born out of years of frustration of wonky blocks. I do not like the method that they show. Now look how that turned out. Aren't those nice? Nice points. Very nice. So you're getting yours today. Awesome, Celia. That's great. Turn of cloth. Yeah, that's what it's called. And turn of cloth is a term in the garment sewing industry that is this bit right here. The space. That's a couture sewing term in the garment industry. It's that folded edge right there. It's that little bit of space that is needed, okay, for these points to meet. And if you're sewing a stitch line dead center on that, you want those points to meet. And if you sew a stitch line dead center, there's no room for the turn of cloth. That's why you stitch slightly off center. You put your ruler corner to corner, and then you mark right next to it. So the line is, it might look corner to corner, but it's off center, and you stitch on that line. And that's how you do that. But, you know, I had wonky, weird blocks, torqued, finished blocks, bad flying geese, bad corner square and a square blocks, all of that drove me crazy. And then so I finally, one day I was just like, well, there's no turn of cloth allowance. That's the problem. As soon as I figured that out, I was off to the races, you guys. It's great. I don't know. But they don't teach it like that. Lori sews that way. She sews slightly off center. It doesn't look like it, but she does. Because when she was marking her block in her video to show you how to make these, her ruler is corner to corner. So she's got to be sewing slightly off center in order to get this to work. She just doesn't teach it that way. She's got to be doing it. So I know I couldn't figure it out either. It was driving me absolutely crazy. And without a garment sewing background, I wouldn't know. So, because you try this and try that, and you do exactly as the instructions say, mark a thing corner to corner and sew, and then it doesn't work or whatever. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, Bernadette, if the Luminaire will come down in price once the new one is released. I don't know. You would think, right? That was hot. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. That's very thoughtful. You like my teaching? Okay. Well, I'm no expert. I just know what seems to work for me. Consistency. It consistently works for me. All the time, every time. So I don't know. So now that I have folded this over, this is where Lori and I differ. Now that I've folded this back and pressed it very well, nice and flat, okay, now I cut. Lori just stitches and cuts without folding it first. I can't do that because I don't know. I want to make sure that block is still going to be 4x4, 4.5 by 4.5 when I'm finished. So you saw off center, but not on purpose. That's hilarious. So this should still be a 4.5 inch block. And if I take my ruler here, yep, it is. I'll put this up here. It's still a 4.5 inch block. Okay. That's good. That's exactly what I want. And if it's a little bit big, I'll trim it. It'll be fine. I usually don't. I just kind of leave it and I work with it. But okay, perfection. Keith says they should be with all the trade-ins. You would think. Yeah. You never know. Maintain the integrity of the base shape, Margie. Yes, ma'am. So what she means by that, when I folded this over, so I sewed it on like this, okay? And when I folded it over, you cannot see any blue coming out the top of that, and you can't see any of the cream coming out the top of that. I maintain the integrity of the base shape, okay? So it's still 4.5, just like it was here, but now the block is 2 different colors. You got to get that in your head. Maintain the integrity of the base shape. And you can't do that if you don't fold first. At least I can't. Obviously, Lori can. It's her pattern. So thank you, Rhonda. That's very thoughtful. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Cheap class, right, my friend? Cheap class. Okay, so now I've got these two on. I still need a 4.5 inch block. I got to make the center half square triangle now. And that is in the lilac. One block takes me 30 minutes or so, I think. Okay. So Lori says to make all 4 of these first. Start slightly off center and end slightly off center. Yeah. That's how I eyeball it. If you're brand new at this, use a pencil or a erasable marker, heat erasable marker to do this. Yeah, if you get a hair and decide you're going to make your own half square triangles your way, that's fine, but you got to cut your fabric larger than what's in the sewing guide. Okay. And the last one. And it goes on the big piece, not the little triangle one. That's not a good corner. Let's see here. That's a good corner. All right. What's going on? Thank you so much, Scotty Dog. Yeah, I think she'll like it. I think she will. I wanted something she can grow into. She's talking about a machine I got for my granddaughter. It's a 6x10 embroidery machine. It's wireless. That looks good. Good, good, good. Yeah, that looks great. So when you're doing this method, look how those points meet on the blue. See that? She says that's how she does all of her blocks. Okay. I like it. And that machine can be shipped out of state. So now I got a problem here. I got a problem. Look at that. Look how far away that is. That the right corner? Yeah. So that blue is not touching the purple at all right there. Not at all. How do I fix that? So what I'm going to do, I want to show you guys when this happens, how I fix this. I creased it. Okay. So you've got to maintain this right here, right? So I folded this up and I creased it and got it over there. And I've done the crease with my thumb. Okay. And that's not going to work. So I can see here on the back. Let me show you. I can hear my voice on Keith's phone. It's driving me crazy. Okay. See, if I refold it, this other corner is perfect, so I want to leave it. I'm just going to refold it where I want it to be. So I have a fold line. I've done a finger fold line, and I'm going to make a stitch line right next to that fold and graduate it down into the other one. I need a little ruler. So I want to graduate this where I want it to fold down, right next to that fold. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I've got kind of a line. Let's see if that works. Let's see if I don't screw this up completely, right? All right. There we go. There, that fixed it. So now I can put the point right where it needs to go, and my triangles match exactly. That's exactly what you do. Okay. So don't be afraid if you make a mistake. You don't have to rip it out. If you're too far away, you can certainly fix that. Okay. That's all right. What time is it? Oh, it's 8 o'clock, y'all. We're done. I gotta let you guys go. You have lives to live. Hey, I didn't talk about the kitchen today, but that's all right. You guys know it's there. So thank you for spending your morning with me. And again, thank you for all your well wishes and your prayers for Keith and me. It was a whole lot of grace and patience I was asking for yesterday. So I will see you here again tomorrow morning. As you leave, please hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And if you'd like to come back, please subscribe so you know when I'm going to be online. All right. We will talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.